Hi!
Good afternoon, and we're back with a new set of questions to discuss this week. This week, we are going to talk about the new year and the new you. I have all my notes on the phone, so I will be looking down a little bit just to check on my notes. Okay, so hi, and how has your week been?
My week has been good, tiring, but very good. Thank you. How was yours?
That's good. Mine's been very productive, been a lot of work, a lot of brainstorming, and came up with loads of questions to ask you today. So, okay, in line with our theme, which is New Year, New You, my first question to you is, do you believe in resolutions?
Not really. I mean, I hear people keep saying that resolutions are like things you make at the beginning of the year. So, no, I'm not really big on them. I do believe in starting my new year with some goals in mind, but I don't think I'd call them resolutions.
Okay, so myself, I do believe in resolutions. As I was growing up, I used to actually watch my dad who would list his down, and his were pretty much financial resolutions, and he would always reach every one of them by at least mid or towards end of the year. So that kind of inspired me when I grew older to make resolutions every year, and I have been ever since.
Oh, I never knew that.
Yeah, something you learned today. Okay, let's go on to question number 2 would be, why do you think you need to change?
Me personally or just generally?
Personally. Yeah.
Okay, I feel I need to do some emotional growing up, maybe like a stronger mind. And that was part of my agenda for last year.
Right.
I know I've made progress, and this year I'm taking it a step further.
Okay, so as for me, why do I think I need to change is pretty much like as we grow, the environment changes, our expectations in life changes, so we change to adapt pretty much. So that's my take on changing and as we go. So next question, can you only change when it's the new year?
No, of course not. I hope you don't agree on that.
No, I don't.
No, of course not. You can change anytime you want to, as long as your mind is set that you need to change. You can change.
But do you think it's easier when it's the new year?
Yes, because we are trained to think that way. I mean, everybody is in the it's a new year, it's a new start, it's a fresh start.
Yes.
It's more motivating because you get a new banner, you get a new calendar, you get everything is new, so you feel motivated to start. But honestly, you can start anytime.
I do agree with you because when you look into Instagram every morning, it's a post on a new beginning and new changes. And if you feel like backsliding or you feel a bit lazy, then these things on an external factor actually will keep you motivated. So of course it's easier to do it at the start of the year, but regardless, you can actually start anytime you're ready or when you need it, right?
That's true.
Okay, so next one would be, how do you evaluate change? Okay. To me, evaluate would mean like to set a marker. Like if I say I want to change in terms of health and I want to eat more healthy, I want to exercise. So how do I know that the change has been made? What is my marker? So my marker would be pretty much like maybe to have fried food once a week or bubble tea every fortnightly. So each time I reach that marker, I know that I'm on the route to that progress. Like, okay, I'm getting there.
So it's like a goal and then you break it down into smaller achievements.
Yes, kind of like that. So as you go, you evaluate like there's an improvement, I'm getting there, and how long am I to reach the eventual goal that I set out.
Yeah.
Okay, so next one, do you actually ask people around you to help yourself? Like an example would be, hey, what do you think about me?
I'm not that brave to do that.
Okay.
I would like to admire people who do that, I really do, but I just feel like most would be tempted to say something nice. Or, even if I tell them, okay, please be honest, will I be able to handle it? I'm not sure. I've always been, not that strong.
I did that once. I went away on a holiday with a girlfriend of mine, and on our flight back, it was like a couple of hours. We were sitting on the flight, and we were quite bored, so we started to talk. We haven't met each other in a while. We just caught up over the holidays, and then I asked her. I said, "Hey, just to share, tell me what you think of me after spending like a couple of days together overseas." And then she started to share. She was spot on. Some of the things that she said, I was happy to hear. Some of the things that she said kind of like irked me a bit, like, but she was right, you see. And sometimes when you hear it from a person's point of view, she's not being mean, and I know her for years. I love her very much. So obviously, she was being honest with me. Yeah, and I took it, I took it pretty well. I told her thank you very much, and I was glad I did that because it helped me see my the perspective I give out to others. Like she was spot on about my OCDs, and she was spot on about how I wanted things in a proper order, and I was very systematic and everything.
Does it affect you? I mean, do you think it's important how people view you?
It should, to me, my personal view is it should affect you, because only then you want to better yourself. So she did say something good about it. She said that I seemed less uptight, in the words that she said. You seem less uptight on this holiday. You seemed very relaxed, and she was right, because I had worked very hard to loosen up, and I was very glad when she spotted up that I would say aura that I was giving out of a relaxed person rather than a very tensed up person that I used to be. So that kind of helped me. And then in other areas where she mentioned that I could loosen up a little bit more were things that affected me, like, wow, I thought I had done a lot, but apparently there was more to do. So take everything with a pinch of salt. If the person gives you like a whole load of things that were difficult to swallow, for me, I always ask myself that question: why did that person see this aspect of me? Because everybody's going to give you a different point of view. Like a family member, a friend, someone who knew you from your childhood days.
Different perspective.
Right. So they would see you in different facets of your life. So they would judge you based on that. So it's good to hear it, but be mindful what you take to heart. But it helps. It does help.
Guess I should try it.
Right. Yes.
When I get there.
When you're ready. When you're ready.
You said something about working very hard to change yourself.
Yeah.
On being an OCD.
Right.
So yeah, maybe we should do an episode of that.
Okay.
How does one actually work on changing?
No therapy though, no therapy. This is Singapore, so yeah, I spend too much money on therapy for my kids, so I'm not going for therapy. So okay, yeah. Next question will be, do you self-assess? Like you don't ask someone else, right? So do you assess on yourself and say, hey, I think I need to improve myself. I need to be a better person.
I didn't used to for a long time until I think I just started maybe 2 years ago, where I felt like there was too much going wrong in my life, in my opinion. Like I wanted many things which I was not getting, or I was constantly unhappy with myself, although I had everything that your basic needs, and everything. So then I started to assess myself, like, hey, why do I feel this way? Why am I always unhappy with myself?
Okay.
So
do you do this often, or is it like you do it like a yearly thing, or only when you're down?
I actually do it regularly now. Maybe I'll say in the past 6 months, I actually I try to do it at the end of every day, where I use a 5-minute journal.
Right.
So I use that, and I try to gauge my feelings for the day. What made me happy? What made me sad?
Right.
What am I thankful for? And I realized that giving thanks at the end of the day really helped. It wasn't so easy for me to do it in the morning because mornings are a huge rush for me. So I find it so much easier in the night.
Okay, so you kind of improvise. Like I know that the 5-minute journal is supposed to be done early in the morning,
yes,
when your
correct.
mind is free and stuff like that. So it works for you when you do it in the evening.
Yes. Correct.
Okay.
So I do it in the evenings, and I realize, I don't commit to doing it every day. I do flake. So, but it has helped me a lot because it's helped me assess myself, my strengths, my self-perceived weaknesses, and from there I build myself up.
Okay. I was gonna ask you whether do you use any apps or you mentioned the 5 minute journal. So I'm very aware of it, and to me, honestly, I can't do it in the mornings. It's just my mornings are too hectic. I'm gonna get up, settle the kids for school and everything. But I find that I do agree with them when they set up to do the 5 minute journal. It was meant to be in the mornings when your mind is
Mine is
free.
free, yeah.
So
I mean, a lot of them talk about waking up earlier, 30 minutes
Yeah.
before your kids do. And I do that. I do wake up 30 minutes before my child does. But I find that I'd rather spend that time just keeping my mind still. I don't want to think too much. I make my coffee sometimes, so I just want to sit down and be still. So I choose to do that instead.
Okay. Use the app.
Oh, okay.
I rather use their 5 minute journal app, which is a bit easier. And we are grateful for things. We occasionally give thanks for stuff, but I feel that it holds you to it. Like when you start writing, when you start journaling, I mean, I've been doing it for years back when I didn't even know it was called journaling. It's like, yeah, I'm thankful for this, I'm thankful for that. Then after a while, it's like, I'm running out of things to be thankful for. So
But you can always be thankful for the same thing every day.
yeah, but I try to, always find something different. It's just me, I guess. And then I realized that, oh, okay, what else? And then you start to break down into the nitty gritty things like thankful for fresh water, thankful
Yes,
for
correct. Fresh air. I mean,
for
moderate
peace
fresh
and
air.
yeah, and harmony. We live in a multiracial country and we have tolerance for each other. So then you start to after
Really
the
dig
superficial
down,
stuff,
yes.
then you break down and it kind of like opens you up and brings you to a deeper level of understanding and appreciation to life.
Much different.
Yeah. So if I didn't start kind of documenting it, I probably would like, yeah, I'm happy. I have stuff. I have
Health.
yes, you have things and all that. But only when you start to peel off the layers, like Shrek would say, like onions, so peel off the layers, then you realize that you're truly very, very fortunate compared to a lot of people in many places. Yeah.
Great.
So not to be too solemn, let's
So
go back
you
to
were going to ask me about apps.
yes.
I don't use any apps.
You don't use any apps.
No. I mean, I have a Google Calendar where
You're more the IT
yeah.
person than I
Exactly. When you're talking, I was thinking of stuff. It's like we switched.
Right.
I
Yes,
use
yes.
paper pen with everything for all my
okay.
planning, my
Right.
reflections and everything. Yeah.
Okay, so mine's all
I kind of like.
all in here.
I don't like it on my phone.
I know there's no privacy issues and I
Oh, it's
just
not about the privacy, but yeah, I don't know. I guess I change.
okay, that's interesting because I've always been very old school with this, but I kind of adapt with life and I have an app for practically everything. Everything like my iCal, I have Google, I have work, or maybe because where I'm teaching, we are very into IT and all our portfolios and stuff like that. Everything goes into the app, so I'm so well versed, and at the same time, like communicating with parents and friends, and there's a chat group for everything.
Oh, I
Yeah.
don't like that.
I have chat group to
Oh,
catch
we're
up
not
with
doing
this group of colleagues and a chat group for dinner night with another group of friends. So yeah, I guess somehow I've become a slave to my phone.
Technology.
Yes,
Exactly. I
and
don't
we should
like
do a
it.
video of that too
Yes.
because I have never thought of myself to be one, but lately I've been seeing an addiction that it's so bad.
It's really bad. I don't like it at all.
It's very
I mean,
bad.
I'm always on my phone, but I can't stand the idea that people feel the need that you need to constantly reply them. Blue tick,
Oh.
grey tick, what tick? Yeah, really.
Okay, I don't do that. It's just that I'm automatically driven to let's do something, and it's very bad because you have very little bit of people time in that sense. So yeah, I'm guilty of that. So I guess basically that's about it that we were going to talk about today. I was going to ask you how you were going to implement them. Do you have any certain strategies that you take? Because
My goals, is it?
I do know that as of late, after you've been doing Rebel for a couple of years, you have not only started selling the journals, you have been seriously journaling. So for a person who doesn't like to, do these things, I mean, I have been, since I was young, always been writing diaries, and she used to read them secretly.
Only once. Only
Yes.
once. And then because
So-
my mother took it to me.
So you've never really been
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, I am.
How did that evolve?
I was never a expressive writer, no. I was more of a planner. And I've always been planning since in my primary school days. I'd buy a simple notebook and then make a planner out of it.
Okay.
Back then I had never seen planners. I didn't know there were such things. But from that bookshop we had.
Right.
Yes, correct.
Tiny bookstore that we used to have.
So I make a planner out of it, and then when I went to secondary school, I think it kind of carried forward. And I wasn't much of a writer, but my friends and I, we have this file where my best friend still keeps the file where we write notes to each other and we write stories, like one person write a line and then we pass the paper in class. And this went out all the way from Sec 3 to Sec 4, and the file is about like this thick.
Okay.
She still keeps the file, and I think that's really nice. And that kind of kept my expressive writing going, I guess. And I've never been one who collects memories and stuff like that. But when I caught up with my best friend, when we had kids, we really started catching up. My secondary school best friend. So from there, I saw that hey, she kept every memory we had. Like our movie tickets, all these files.
Very sentimental.
Yes, photographs, and it made me feel like hey, I lost out all of this, and if she didn't keep it, then would the memories still last? Would I hold them as dearly as I do now because she kept those memories? So that kind of made me wake up like hey, I want to do this too. That kind of like inspired Rebel too, I guess. Journals and all.
So today, do you journal every day?
No, I'm still very committed to my planner.
Okay.
Yes, I don't journal every day, no, but I do collect memories. I'm more of a scrapbooker, I guess.
Okay.
Yes. Although, I do journaling with Rebel from my business point of view, but personally, I'm more of a scrapbooker and I'm a huge planner. I have planners, one for my business, one for my home.
Yes, she's a serious planner. She's got loads of planners that.
One menu for our menus. Yeah, I've got many planners.
Okay. I got them all in my apps. So pretty much the same with the one for the home, one for the kids, and it's interesting because a friend of mine saw my Google Calendar and she said, "Wow, you're a busy person." I was like, actually no, because I have
Different colours.
3 boys and each boy has a color, and then there's a husband who's kind of like a kid and he has his own color. So I keep track of their day-to-day activities so that I need to know where I need to be, and if someone needs something, where is this kid at and what is he doing. So as wonderful as the color pencils used to be, they don't serve me right now, like when I'm traveling. So
it's much lighter to carry a phone.
Yes, and the good thing is it links up with the cloud. So when I'm at work, it's on my laptop, and when I'm traveling, it's on my phone. So who knew that we would have switched roles this way? Yeah. Okay, good to know, and that's a wrap for today.
Okay.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thanks for watching.
Bye.